Good morning. I hope this finds you good and well. I'm going to do a daily spiritual guidance reading for you today and see what you need to know. Um, from Monday, I'm going to be posting individual zodiac sign readings. So, if it's something you are interested in, if you want to hit the subscribe button and click the bell, you'll be notified then when I post those. And let's see what the energy is for the collective today. Let's see for this Thursday morning, what does the collective need to know? What is energy for the collective today, please? I hope everybody's doing well and never ending story. Okay, observer, never ending story, observer, 37 to 49, maybe significant. I feel like somebody here is dealing with they may feel like within their circle, whether it's family, friend, or both, that they're the ones who people come to offload their dramas to. Poised 48 and regeneration 46. Let's get one more here. First thing that hits me with these cards is that they're very neutral colours. So it feels here as if, you may be the shoulder to cry on for everybody else. And that may be starting, to take its toll a little bit on you. Deep knowing, time to go, and soulmates. Quite a lot for today's energy. Let's see, let's get a bit of space going here. Soulmates can be platonic, not just romantic either, but the fact that it's come out here is quite significant. Deep knowing, time to go, and soulmates. I feel that this is something to do with a past person here. And there's something that they are going through or something that has come to light to them. And I feel that this sort of, you are in some way, you're expecting communication from this person. You're expecting this observer. You've been kind of sitting waiting on this realization for this person to have this kind of realization here. I feel it's like something they perhaps didn't realize before about you with this deep knowing card. They now get a clearer understanding about, how special your relationship was. That it wasn't just sort of a normal underneath the deck, actually, is truth be told. So there's something coming to light here. And I feel that this person is going to or try to make a return into your life anyway. There's the Two of Cups, Two of Swords. There's something here that they are contemplating. There has been some realization taking place. Perhaps it was somewhere they went or someone another direction with somebody and things ended with you. Ace of Swords. There's a truth coming out. I feel that they were kind of blinded here. They didn't know which way to go, and it feels that a direction they went in, they're now seeing wasn't the best option. So perhaps there was a choice over you. Perhaps that there was a choice between two here, and they decided that another option was better for them. So we both went your separate ways here, but there's definitely something coming into play that Five of Pentacles. They're now seeing that it wasn't the right option for them. I feel that this is how they feel their home is cold and empty. So if they're living with another person or in a higher level of commitment with them, um, it's not it's not a nice warm home. And I feel on a level here, you know this, Ace of Pentacles. So if they did begin something with somebody else here, it's not all, it hasn't cracked up to be what they thought it was going to be. Nine of Cups. They thought this was going to be wish fulfillment for them. And that's not what's come into play, The Sun, they're happy ever after. It's now come to light that this isn't the case. The Hermit. Something has, something quite, this person has had a major wake up call. This is kind of the Queen of Pentacles. This is you. I've seen it in sort of a lot of other channels and things like that, and tarot readers where people leave comments and be like, why are we always talking about the past? Fuck the past. I don't want to know about the past. I want to know about the future. But the thing about it is, and what those people don't see, is that the past situation, if it hurt you and it was kind of, it gave you a wake up call and it made you sort of go into healing yourself and things like that, it was a lesson that you needed to learn. And if you don't take the past and look at it and see what lessons you need to learn from it, you're going to attract the same thing in the future. So those people that sort of come on and comment and go, fuck the past, not interested, why you keep talking about it? Let me know what the future is. They're not seeing the reason why the past is coming up. So if you're watching this and feeling like, why are we going about the past? Why is the past coming up? Because there's something here you need to learn about this. And it's possibly it's possibly the reason that this person is looking like they're wanting to come back. They're hangman. They're like contemplating how do I come back here. So this is like a confirmation for some of you because I feel like you know this that this person was going to have a wake up call. King of Wands here. This person was going to have a wake up call and try and make a return to you. But the thing is here, have you learned from the past? If this person treated you like a doormat and you just gave and gave and gave all the time, and this person just took and took and took and took from you, have you learned from that? That that's not the type of relationship that you want? Page of Wands, High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups. This is you here too, High Priestess, she who knows. Whoever this reading is for knows that this is coming. They know this communication's coming. The question you have to ask yourself now is, okay, this person's going to make a return here. Seven of Swords. But this was their energy when you left. This was what they were up to. So the question is, has that person changed? If they have just had a realization about where they went to and who they're with, and they're suddenly lifting the phone to ring you, they haven't learnt because they need to go through a healing process. And this person needs to be well out of their energy before they consider coming back towards you. Knight of Wands, Death card, and Judgment. So you may have been dealing with a bit of a player in the past, somebody who thought they were all that. They had it all going on and they were sort of God's gift. And they've realized that this may be ten of cups situation that they've entered into isn't what it's cracked up to be. Perhaps they found out about some sort of sneaky behaviour on their partner's behalf. Perhaps there has been some sort of energy there that hasn't been totally above board to sort of, this, there has been a bit of passion elsewhere. And this person's now realizing that the the dream that they were sold didn't actually exist. Wheel of Fortune. And here's your options. Manipulation. Five of Swords is under that. It feels here like somebody has sort of gotten some information with the Ace of Swords here. They've received a shocking sort of revelation here. And they're now going, I chose this person because I believed they were the better option. Perhaps there was less baggage or something. Maybe there was friends and family input that sort of directed this person. That's not really an excuse, because if you're not following your heart and you need Tom, Dick, and Harry to tell you who's best for you, well, then you kind of deserve to land where you land. Because the only person who knows what's best for you is yourself. That if you sit with it and say, what does my heart want? The heart doesn't lie. The heart will never tell you a lie. It will tell you the truth. What do you want? And it's like, it feels like it's something here that this looked good or looked better. Maybe it looked like it was more sort of like I don't know, offered a bit more stability or something than you did. There was something about it. It feels like there was two paths here, and one path was clearly lit. The lights were on and you could see your way forward. And the other path, there might have been like fallen trees and debris and stuff lying over it, and it just looked like there was more obstacles in your way. And this person chose the lit path. But what they failed to say was that it was a test for them. And really, if they had went down, my throat's given out. So somebody could have held back the communication from you of what they were really thinking. But if they had went towards the path that looked like it had more obstacles and blockages in the way, they would have shifted. They weren't as bad as they thought they were. Maybe there was a bigger sort of scheme in play here too. Maybe there was a bit of jealousy around your relationship with this person, and other people were involved and didn't want you both to get together. So then they sort of painted out that this other option was better. But as I said, you know, you should follow your own heart, not what Tom from Harry tells you. Because, people have motives unless you completely trust somebody 100%. If it came to a matter like this, I would not be paying attention to what other people thought. I'd be paying attention to in here. The Great Gathering. Let's read this. What is this about the Great Gathering? Let's see, the Great Gathering. We find it. If I can. The Great Gathering. There it is. 96. 96. Let's see what this has to say. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You're connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creations, something is retethering. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You are part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of the many concise choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you. This is a work your light activation. Hold the card on your heart and say, I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. This is what I feel is happening, that this person now sees the light in you and they're wanting to return because they now realise that they dropped the ball and where they've went to is not for their soul's highest good. But this card's also a warning to you that you're on a new level now. You have elevated from the last time you were in contact with this person. You have done healing work on yourself and you're no longer on this person's level. They have to meet your level. And that's not sort of in any way trying to put anybody down, but it's just that spiritual maturity kind of thing. You're here and they're here. They need to meet you. At one stage, you may have dropped to meet them and wanted to bring them with you, but they didn't want to. You're now moving on and they're now realizing that. I'm going to take a deeper look at this. So I'm going to go to the extended. The link will be below if you want to come along with me, if you feel that this is your story. We'll take a look and see what you don't see coming, any blockages that might be in the way here, and what the outcome is, and we'll get some more angelic advice. So I'll see you over there.